GAP is a ministry that serves here in downtown Augusta for those who are homeless, but those who are living on the edge, who don't have quite enough to make it through the full month without some aid, or maybe even week to week. So we are a service that provides food, and then of course we help people get their birth certificates and IDs. We provide help with medication, and we work to try and help people be linked to the community, find out what they need, and find the right agency for them.
GAP is I guess I would call it a collection of ministries that have grown sort of organically as we have identified needs that people have. It started off with the food pantry, and as we served people at the food pantry, we felt that it was important not just to hand out food, but to listen to them and to try to understand what their real needs were. And out of that have grown the other ministries that come with our Thursday morning program.
Well, on Thursday morning we have our Bible study, which is really well attended. You don't have to attend it to get the services, but we do have a core group of people that really come from 9:30 till about 10:15. We have Bible study leaders, and we're still looking for Bible study leaders. When we get started, we gather together and have corporate prayer. Someone lifts up a prayer for the whole day, and then we start business. And there are many different services. We do a ministry of birth certificate procurement, and recently I've added Social Security card procurement because now you have to have that to get your ID. And then we also have drivers that go to DDS for the final, once they get everything they need, the photo ID, which is required to get a job, required to get good shelter, required to be walking out on the street if you can't prove who you are. So we do a lot of giving people what they already own, but they don't have ownership of their identification.
The ID thing has become more important in the last few years with 9/11 and Homeland Security and then the immigration issues. Having an ID has become much more essential than it used to be.
The state of Georgia, in keeping with laws passed by the United States government, now requires proof of your Social Security number in order to get a photo ID. You've probably seen in the newspaper the long lines at the DMV. People trying to get their driver's licenses renewed, and they don't take all of the paperwork that they need with them. These are folks who have homes and files and records that they have to go back and get and come back down to DMV to get their photo ID. Imagine how hard it is for someone who doesn't have a home, a homeless person, no safe place to store personal records.
And then we also are blessed with nurses that give out prescription assistance, over-the-counter eyeglasses.
I'm a registered nurse, and we have 5 registered nurses who volunteer, and we will validate a patient's prescriptions, and if it falls within our category, we can assist with payment of those prescriptions.
I'm a nurse on Thursdays. I help with the prescription assistance, and we give small amounts of over-the-counter medications for aches and pains and stomach issues, reflux, problems with the feet, problem with their mouth. We send them to a lot of clinics. Different clinics have different requirements, whether they're in a shelter, whether they're homeless, whether they're in rehab. So I send them to the appropriate clinic. And a lot of times just pray with them and talk to them and just be there for them.
And then we also have our food pantry, which is a choice food pantry. You get to choose what your family can use within the next week. And we also have what we call a walk-in bag. If you don't have anywhere to cook, then we make sandwiches, and they can take it and eat it if they live under the bridge, say.
I have been working with putting the bags together that we give to the homeless. We make sandwiches. Today we provided meatloaf sandwiches. Sometimes it's peanut butter and jelly. We are dependent on what people donate to us to give the bags and provide the food. And then we provide some nutrition in sausages or little snack bars, Gatorade, whatever would make it easy for the person to carry the bag away and have something to eat for lunch. And we try and give them a little snack for the afternoon, but it's not a lot. And part of it is they really only want to carry a little bit. They're walking a great deal, or from somewhere. They're not looking for huge baskets of food.
And then we also have a Sunday night.
Sunday nights is a time of praise and a time of worship and a time to share a meal together. And I look at it as a time of love. We're blessed that there's 4 different churches that are involved in the serving program. There's a different group that comes and provides the praise music. We have a little time of scripture. There's a prayer involved. It's a time to see people develop and their relationship with the Lord. It's a time for you to grow your relationship with other people. For so many people, this is their only church. It is church. It is their home, their church home. It's my second church family.
I'm a member of Aldersgate United Methodist Church, and we have some folks who were in my Sunday school class who asked me if I would like to get involved in the ministry here. They also worked here, and they gave me the opportunity to come down, and it's been a very rewarding experience for me in being able to help the folks that we see on a weekly basis here. So it came through our church. This is many denominations work here at GAP.
I'm Catholic, and I've loved it here, and I don't feel any different toward my Presbyterian brothers and sisters than I do my Catholic brothers and sisters. I was part of a ecumenical community, Christian community, for a long time, so I had already made a lot of friends in other denominations, and we all just, we love each other all the same.
Originally, I joined both this church and joined GAP when the soup kitchen was physically held here. The soup kitchen was held at different churches throughout the Augusta area on different days, and on Tuesday it was held by GAP every week. Now we have expanded significantly. We used to, with our food pantry, serve 20 to 30 people. Now we're well over 100 every week.
When I came at first, it was just, okay, let's do this. We're community-minded, we need to do this. But then you kind of fall in love with the people, and you realize that you're getting a benefit from it as well as the people that we're serving. You get to know people by their first name, and you're in tune with their needs. You bring extra stuff for them, blankets, and it's helping me as well to fill my role as Christ commanded us to do, to go out and find others and help them.
I got involved because in 2010 I retired, and I've been traveling with my husband, who is right now the interim minister at Advent Lutheran here in Augusta. And one of the members of our congregation and her husband are very active in this ministry, and she got me involved. And I was ready to volunteer. I hadn't been able to volunteer while I was working because my volunteer work was centered around the churches that my husband has been in.
Oh, I feel many people need help. Like me, I need help too, so I can help others. I feel very excited, very comfortable. Yeah.
I think what GAP will always need is prayer, first and foremost. Easy to do from wherever you are, but to pray that what we do enables people to get out of needing us anymore. Best case scenario, we work with them, they get what they need, and they move on to independence. But the churches, we could use hands We could always use hands, and if you're a little intimidated by coming down, just come and visit us, and you'll see where you plug in. We also need donations of small hotel sample hygiene items, shampoo, soap, toothpaste. We don't need great big family size because these people that we help don't have a place to keep it. So everything they own, they carry with them. So if you're on vacation, grab them if you didn't use them and bring them down. Plastic grocery store bags, we use about 600 bags every Thursday. We have to double bag them because of the canned goods. So, and we give about 3 bags full per client, and we see about 100. And the small containers, lunch meat comes in them, Tupperware type containers. If you're going to throw them away, just rinse them out and bring them down. We use them on Sunday nights a lot. If there's extra food, then we can family portion them out and put them in the refrigerator and give them out on Thursday. So those are easy ways, but really just come down and visit us and you'll find out where you plug in.